Howdy peeps, TK8305 here with a minor update video. And I'm sure you know what I'm going to be talking about. The bracket should state it for you. My TK's Do or Die Doubles Tournament. If you notice, there's only 8 slots available, so yeah, I'm only accepting 8 teams. So Musianites, get them over to me as soon as possible. The first 8 teams that I get are going into this bracket. And all next week I'm going to be doing these tournament matches. Monday I'll have matches 1 and 2 up. Tuesday I'll have matches 3 and 4 up, and then Wednesday I'm going to do semifinal 1, Thursday I'll do semifinal 2, and then on Friday the final match. And the winner of this tournament will get a spot in the 2200s as one of my brand new doubles teams. So, folks, if you want to see your team shine in my Random Music Battle Series, this is the way to do it. So, hurry and send me your teams via PM. Also, make sure your characters are awesome. Make sure they're no stronger than Mr. GA and no weaker than Chris and Jill. I want these teams to be pretty good. So get them like right around the, they could be Kung Lao, Batosai intensity, CM Punk, Terry Bogard intensity. Hell, they could be Kaita Moria intensity, Gambit and Rogue intensity. Any of those levels, it doesn't matter. Just make sure they're a very good, competent team that can win. And that's about it, basically. Oh, and spoiler alert, in case you haven't watched the Gauntlet, stop watching the video now. Okay, I'm going to continue with the Gauntlet news. Assuming you heard the spoiler alert and are gone, here I go. So be warned, this is going to ruin the Gauntlet outcome if you're continuing to listen. Alright, folks. I know a lot of you weren't happy with the ending. I mean, Hamaru, Venus, and Goat, they gave it a great effort against, showing off Kratos and Squall. It was a pretty back and forth classic set there between them for a final Gauntlet match. Went to round 3, back and forth, grueling battle. It would have been heartbreaking to see either of those two teams lose, to be perfectly honest. And I love all 6 characters. But the sad thing is with these Gauntlets, folks, I want to make them unpredictable and wild. I don't want you guys to see anything coming. I want you guys to be completely shocked and surprised. So, I let whatever happen, and I always do it with every Gauntlet. So whoever, if they win from the number 1 spot, great. Or if they win from the number 9 spot, great. Or they win from number 5, it don't matter. I know with the job fodder matches, it's very predictable. Because it's like, oh, it's frickin' this team. Yeah, I think Gambit and Rogue have it on lockdown. Or it's like, oh, it's K&K against frickin' the Aliens. Yeah, we know who's going to win that one. So, I'm not going to try and, play you guys as idiots. Obviously, you know who the job fodder teams are. You know who are going to lose. The only way it's unpredictable is if it's like a big team versus big team kind of ordeal. Or it's like a job fodder team versus job fodder team. And I occasionally throw those in too for fun, for shits and giggles. It's always fun to see, job fodder teams fight at their maximum. And it's always good to get a laugh seeing one of them finally win. Or a job fodder team beating a team they shouldn't. K&E freaking against Batman and Robin. Oh, God. I'm still never going to let K&E live that down. But K&E are really turning their shit around on Neo's roster, so I can't really nibble at their heels anymore. K&E are going to be pro, man. I think they're like in Neo's top 10 over there right now, so you won't hear me badger them anymore. Same with the Pika Rat. Pikachu's cleaning up his act over there, so props to the Rat for finally winning. And, folks, with the Gauntlets, I mean, yeah, Kratos finally won one, but it took him freaking 3 Gauntlets to do it. The first one, the 5th Gauntlet, him and Knuckles lost to friggin' Komachi and Strider. They didn't even get past the first match. Then the Viewer's Choice Gauntlet, they beat like maybe 3 or 4 teams, then lost to Crescent Wing Zero. So they only got to like the midway point, or a little over it. And Kratos finally won one in this Gauntlet. And Squall, this is his second attempt, and he finally got it right. So this Squall teamed up with friggin' Kuga, and I think it was, what was it, the 6th Gauntlet, where Kyo and Vertigo ended up winning that one. So, yeah, I think, what's the Squall and Kuga? I think that might have been the 4th Gauntlet. No, it wasn't the 4th Gauntlet. No, that was Supreme Goku and Gilius. Yeah, so I'm getting my Gauntlets mixed up. I could be wrong about, I think Squall and Kuga teamed up. Yeah, it had to have been them. Yeah, it was them. Ugh, trying to remember so far back all these Gauntlets, God. But yeah, what the point is, and Shadow Man too, he didn't even win in his first Gauntlet. Him and friggin' Robin made it to Neptune and Pikachu and they lost to them. And then Shadow Man and Robin won the Viewer's Choice Gauntlet because they got lucky and got the last match. So, I mean, it's basically the luck of the draw, too. And the Royal Rumble is essentially the same way. I mean, look at Shawn Michaels and Bulldog. I mean, they started the 95 Royal Rumble number 1 and 2. They made it. They were the last two in the Rumble, number 1 and 2, and Bulldog lost. So it's kind of like the same thing there. And, you know, when Benoit and friggin' Eddie started off 2005, and Benoit made it to the number 30 spot, and they got eliminated by Orton. So it's essentially the same thing here. I mean, a character can go from the number 1 spot and still lose. It happens, folks. It happens. Happens in my Musion fights. It happens in the Royal Rumble. Happens in friggin' other matches like the Royal Rumble. I mean, I think TNA has an event similar to that, too. I think they used to do it in the past, not anymore, but that's a whole different story. The point is, folks, the first team is not always going to win. It's a sad but true fact. Sometimes the last team is going to get lucky and win. Sometimes the first team will get lucky and win. I mean, Strider and Kamachi and Blossom and Omega Zero were the only two teams to do it so far. And, well, Blossom and Omega Zero is no surprise, because both of them are pretty broken together. Friggin' Omega Zero, you can't even hit. And friggin' Blossom, well, she's friggin' Blossom, so you got to expect that. DG Powerpuff and all. But Strider and Kamachi doing it was hella impressive, though. I got to give it to that team. But, you know, Homaru, Venus, and Goat almost, you know, they almost got it done. You know, it was a sad ending, sure, but you know what? Any of those teams in that friggin' gauntlet would have deserved to win, because they all fought the round 3. You got to give them all props. You can't just favor Homaru, Venus, and Goat. Yeah, they made it the whole way, but every other team gave them hell all the way through. And any of those teams could have honestly been a believable contender to win the whole damn thing. So, to all the people who complain and are sad with the ending or not satisfied with the outcome or whatever, just, you know, give props to all the teams. They did great, every single one of them. You can't favor any one team in this gauntlet. All of them were very, very good. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the gauntlet, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with the 2100s. For this next week, I'm going to be doing this mini tournament. So please, folks, Musionites, get me 8 teams. Send them to my inbox. I want to get this tournament started Monday. So please, get a moving. Find a beast team and send them my way. Who knows? They might win and they might join the 2200s. And honestly, I can't wait to see who I get. So stay tuned, folks. This tournament should be good, provided I get 8 teams. So hurry and send them, folks. See you later. Peace friggin' out, all.